One of the things I've been trying to get y'all to understand on this channel is how these people manipulate y'all. People like Jason Black, they are master manipulators. Now I want you to hear something he said, because he got this technique that he uses where he said something that's true or something that you can take as being true, right? And he follows that with lies and narrative control. And by doing this, he gets you to first agree with him, and then he start pumping you full of nonsense that you would not have otherwise accepted had he not let in with a true statement. I came on YouTube with the intent of going after these people just to show you how they are manipulating you, so I can free you up from them so that we can actually come together and do some things. Because as long as you listen to dudes like Jason Black, you ain't gonna never get up and do nothing, people. It's just the truth. Listen, but we were way more active as Black Americans before we had all of these leaders, before we had all of these people talking for us. Because now we have replaced action with rhetoric. We think that if we just sit down and talk about something long enough and wave our fist and all this stuff, that things change, but things don't change.
So the core question then is, why would anyone go along with a system like that really isn't offering that much? We've underestimated that in addition to its other forms of mental enslavement, one of the prime things the white supremacy did was to successfully brand itself as basically being the only road to importance. Social status matters to people far more than economic status, believe it or not. How are you seen and looked at in the eyes of other people? To a lot of folks, that carries a lot more weight than what's in their bank account.
You know, this is the whole problem with the whole bourgeoisie, the black bourgeois class, right? Is that the black bourgeois, the talented 10th, you know, and the whole crowd that comes out of the Divine Nine, all of them, the elite aspirants, the political entrepreneurs, all of them, right? The problem that they have is that they are struggling to be a part of something that was never designed for them to be a part of. Whoa! That's the problem. But that road is the only road of importance. Going the way white folks want you to go, or going the way you perceive white folks want you to go, is the only road of importance. Now, it's key that he used that term, the road of importance. And then he followed back and said, social status means more to people than you think. It means more than what's in their bank accounts. Now, all of that's true, but listen to what he followed it up with.
That's the prime reason why you got so many of these black athletes and entertainers and such acting like a bunch of $40 million slaves. They should have financial independence and security, and yet they show themselves to be slavishly dependent on the approval of white society. Now, what does that tell you?
That's a lie, people. Let me tell you something. You cannot be mad at a person for not wanting to jeopardize his one shot that's already under strain. You talk about black entertainers in the industry that don't want to treat them fairly. You're talking about black athletes. You know, it depends. You know, you got to specify the athletes, because when you say $40 million slaves, that was in reference to a video he did talking about the NFL players in particular. And what he was saying, how the NFL players should have took a knee instead of bowing down to white supremacy. No, they shouldn't. Them players got maybe a 3 to 5 year career. That's it. 3 to 5 years to make all the money that they're going to make the rest of their life. This is all they know. Most of these dudes been playing football since they was yay high, man. This is all they know. You're asking them to finally get to the biggest point of their life after all these years of playing sports, coming up, getting better and getting better and getting better. It paid their way through college. It got them into the NFL. Now you're asking them, when they only have a 3 to 5 year window, you're asking them to risk that to make some type of symbolic stand against a systemic situation that they cannot change. That is not fair. And to then turn around and make it seem like they are sellouts because they won't do it is not fair. And all of this is coming from an anonymous man. Why do y'all think that dude is anonymous? That dude is anonymous, man, because he have a job. He either still have a career or he had a career. He is anonymous because he don't want his words and actions on social media to leak over into his financial reality, the world he depends on to pay his bills. He don't want that stuff to leak over, so he keeps it separated. This man don't have a single photo of himself online anywhere. He don't want you to know who he is because he wants to make sure that he can come online and talk like this here and have y'all all riled up. Oh yeah, while he is completely anonymous. You already know Black is not his last name. Jason is probably not even his first name. Dude's first name is probably Byron or something. Jason might be his third or fourth name. It might be his middle or third name. He is completely anonymous for a reason. But he wants the men that have put hard work in from childhood, went through all the ridicule of y'all, talking about the athletes are our problems, how the athletes are our problems. Some dude playing football is not doing me any harm. Some dude playing basketball is not doing me any harm. It's not hurting me, my family, nobody else I know. Black people use this we and us shit too loosely. Ain't no we and us, bruh. There's only we and us because of the system that we live under deal with all us the same. There's no we and us otherwise. Your life is your life. My life is my life. This is why I don't need to explain to none of you clowns about nothing I do. Why I do it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, who are you? Ain't no we and us. Especially when y'all sit back and criticize everything strong men do. These people work hard to get where they at. These athletes train constantly, bruh. The drills they go through. I mean, it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication for them to be where they are. Entertainers, they gotta always work on their craft. Musicians gotta always work on their craft. This is dedication, bruh. And the crazy thing is you still see less than 1% that make it. The ones you see still represent less than 1%. It's so many that go through all the right motions that you never hear about, that you never see. It's not even funny. So you want the ones, the 1% that finally get through after decades of hard work and dedication. You want them to risk it to make a symbolic gesture that won't even change anything? Come on, man. But that's all a part of getting you to hate your own people who do things outside of what they say white folks want us to do. Now remember, let's go back. He said that white supremacy has convinced us that their road is the only road of importance. Is this not basically what he's saying about the athletes? Is this not what Nur Muhammad be saying about the athletes? See, the athletes and entertainers, they not important. Malcolm X had the same problem. You don't want them to be important because you want the scholars to be important. That's the white man's way.
Oh.
That's the white man's way. Credentialization, that's the white man's way. So his road is what makes you important. You got to be a scholar to be important. You got to be an academic to be important. You got to have doctor in front of your name, or professor in front of your name, or letters, PhD, MD behind your name to be important. You got to have a career to be important. You got to have a job to be important. But you can't be an athlete or entertainer and be important. See, you should not be important. You should not be famous. This is jealousy, bruh. This is jealousy, man. This is jealousy. We're gonna sit here and hate on people who's trying to live by doing the things that they like to do. And the crazy thing is he watched TV. This dude don't only talk about movies, he talking about who wrote the movie, who directed the movie. He's a fanatic of this industry. But he's criticizing the black people in the industry, but he likes the white movies. See, he's a fan of white movies. He's a fan of white directors, white writers, white everything. But the black people who do this stuff, what? They're a problem? And y'all don't see this because y'all not listening for it. That's the point I really want to say. Y'all not listening for it. Not that I listen for it, it's obvious to me, but y'all not listening for it. Y'all sitting in front of the TVs watching these people, and then you criticize them.
The psychic benefits of white supremacy matter a lot more than the tangible benefits for a lot of people. That's the invisible hold that it's got on them. No ruling elite can rule for long without the use of operatives, auxiliaries, and buffer groups. The elite can't do all the dirt themselves, mainly because they don't have the numbers to do it with. What they have to do is to get other people to get out front and be their crash dummies for them and do their dirty work.
What do you think he is? What do you think Dr. Boyce Watkins is? Who do you think Nur Muhammad is? They are all doing the same thing that Anton Daniels, Charleston White, Tony Sotomayor, the Patriot Twins. Listen, they're all the same, people. They are all serving the same end goal because nothing they say goes against the system. It just goes against us. It constantly tries to force us into a single mode of pursuing college education and careers. Nothing else. We're not even reproducing no more. We're not even getting married no more because we didn't turn that into a financial transaction. Thanks to people like Dr. Umar Johnson. Marriage is a financial thing. No, it's not. I heard Jason Black say that too. Marriage ain't got nothing to do with love. It's about finances. No, it's not, bro. You marry somebody because you like them. That's the reason why. You get married for a bond. It's a bonding connection from here, not from your pocket. Of course, these men that tell you that often are not married. The ones that tell you that either have a whole bunch of bastard children or have no children at all. But the people like me who are married, who's going on 30 years of marriage, we tell you that they lying and you tell me I'm lying. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So he said that they have convinced us that their way is the only way of importance. And he spews out nothing but their way to y'all. They keep y'all funneled into their way. Nur Muhammad would never sit down with me because he would never be able to tell me in my face that black athletes is a problem to black community. He would never be able to make that argument to me. Never. Dr. Umar Johnson could not be over. First of all, a dude like Dr. Umar Johnson, and I'm going to just say this, man, because I've seen some interviews of the dude. The dude get real hot-headed. He start blowing up. He's real aggressive. You know, for those who know my channel, you know, who've been here, man, y'all know I'm a former street dude for real. I got bullet holes all over my body, knife wounds all over my body, prison tattoos all over my body. Look, I've been out there for real, bro. I'm not about to be sitting here, man, like that. So dude like Dr. Umar Johnson, I wouldn't even be around that cat, bro, because we gonna clash, you know. But let's say if he can sit down and have a civil conversation, he will never be able to argue his point about interracial marriage with me. And I wouldn't even be defending interracial marriage because I don't really care who you marry. I will be defending why people get married. See, that's the difference. I will be defending why men get married because that's not the same as why women get married. See, one of the things we do not like to admit is that a man can only sleep with, date, and marry the women who want to sleep with, date, and marry him. Women choose. Men don't have no choice in that. Unless a man got a whole bunch of women choosing him, then he got some kind of options he can pick from. But if you don't have a whole lot of women choosing you, you don't have no options like that, brother. You can only sleep with, date, and marry the women that want to do that with you. So if them women don't be black, then that's what it is. But anyway, my point is, Dr. Umar couldn't sit down with me and make those arguments because they won't fly. They won't fly. They won't, because they're nonsensical. And I'm going to point out how nonsensical they are. He can talk about, you know, and the thing is, y'all get so caught up in all this financial stuff. That's a white man thing. Look, making everything about spreadsheets is the white folks' way of doing things. Making everything about calculations, that's the white man thing. So y'all saying that they have convinced us that their way is the only way of importance, while y'all sit here and try to force every black person to do just that. Their way. To do everything like they do it. You don't want to do nothing based on no other reason but what they say do it at. And see, when y'all talk about marriage is financial, you start bringing in all this stuff out the IRS code, out the state taxes. estate taxes and marriage taxes and all this stuff. See, all this is the white man's system. You're still basing your life off of what he say do. And you're using his system to justify that. That's not justifications, bro. That's not justification. I know y'all hear me, man. I know y'all hear me. I know I could be over your head. If I'm over your head, let me know in the comment section so I can say this in a different way. Because this stuff is stuff that you need to hear. On that note, I'm done. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm out of here, I'm Brother Kush, aka the Black Elk Salon.